Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I? Hey, could count on my power, and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I live it ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the little go miss? Ay, her she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it. Let me explain what I did, can I kick it? Hold on, yeah, I got some rings and a range, can I kick it? Yeah, don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it, yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait, need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's broke to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did, can I kick it? Hold on, yeah, I got some rings and a range, can I kick it? Yeah, don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it? Yeah, spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I? Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down. You should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation.
First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Washington football team. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
1 yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
11 yards there, first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Washington.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Garrett.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 36, Jackson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On third down, Jackson escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Now this throw caught left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Gibson,
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Ball carrier.
But one thing we certainly know, Alabama churns out first-round picks, and there's another nice play there by one of them, Jonathan Allen, the big defensive tackle.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. Regular.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
At the 47-yard line.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Pistol.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Brings up
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
No. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Mayfield looks to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And this now 3rd and 11 after that 2nd down completion actually went back a yard.
Mike 5-5. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, they're scared.
Mayfield with it once more. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line, 25-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Mayfield on first down. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Rashard Higgins, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Parkey with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Washington, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Play action. Now Jackson. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
A gain of 19.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
No gain on the screen there at second down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
He can run for it, and he will. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
A gain of 15. And a Washington first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And some room to roll now. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
On third down, it's Gibson, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Hopkins, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys off.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Washington 14, Browns 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
A gain of 3, second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
The 48-yard line.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. He don't know no better. 55 is Mike, guys, 55.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield eluding the pressure right, and that's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And 6 yards to go.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
He was brought down by Kendall Fuller.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
4-yard line.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on the 9 over there. You're on the 9.
Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashard Higgins with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
That ties the game.
Parkey adds the extra point. And we've got a tie game here, a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Greg Stroman on the return. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. He's got a man, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And Jackson throwing once more. They'll roll him out right. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
To number 80.
From 10 yards out. And Washington has taken the lead.
The extra point.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Third and long for Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Take it in at the 22. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
This time Jackson will throw it. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's when this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And he'll find Hall. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And the Washington first down.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. So they went 2 yards in the wrong direction on the last pass play, and now it's 3rd and 12. Again, Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. So now on 4th down, Washington will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the left hash, this from 46. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard. And they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The intended receiver was Thaddeus Moss, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing again, Jackson. Flushed out right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
He may try and run for this. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Washington. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the interception by the Washington defense leads to a touchdown.
Makes this Washington.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
5-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns get a score closer.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Down by Grant.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. And some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. That's going to set him back 5 yards. From the gun, Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. With a man with a big new contract, Myles Garrett, in there to take him down.
There's Myles Garrett forcing another offensive lineman to yell, look out to his quarterback as he ends up putting him on the deck. 30.5 sacks in his first 3 seasons. Easily one of the best 3-down defensive ends in the NFL.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Jackson, that's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
It's a gain of 11.
Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 16. got his man on the out route. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. Andy Reid, some say always unpredictable, and here he says we're going for it on 4th down. To throw is Jackson. They get this out quickly to the left side. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Washington.
Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Is good.
And his kick is right through.
38. Browns 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this is incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Hunt, the ball carrier.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Mayfield now from the 50. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. From the red zone now, Mayfield. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Austin Hooper, Pro Bowler a year ago, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. And again, it's Mayfield. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Parkey with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10.
28.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 9.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington.
Jackson.
Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
At the 37-yard
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. First down, Mayfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the gun, Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. 1st down.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line. Today's finals, Washington.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Washington, it's an ideal start as they move to